I was standing in the living room, staring at the wall I had just painted for her, pale blue, her favorite color. The smell of fresh paint still clung to the air, a smell I once associated with new beginnings. Now it reeked of endings. Mom leaned against the kitchen counter, her arms crossed. "You'll need to pay triple the rent," she said. Her voice was calm, calculated, like she'd been rehearsing it. I blinked. "Triple?" She nodded, without looking at me. "You make more than your brother. It's only fair." Fair. That word burned. I'd spent weeks renovating that apartment, replaced the tiles, fixed the plumbing, painted every damn wall. Did it all after work, sweating in silence while she praised my brother for getting a new car. He hadn't lifted a finger, but she always found a way to make him the golden one. And now she wanted me to pay 3 times more? I remember laughing, quietly, the kind of laugh that hides a crack in the soul. "Sure," I said. "I'll think about it." But I didn't think. I acted. The next morning, I found another place. Smaller, quieter, mine. No arguments, no guilt trips, no emotional blackmail dressed as love. I signed the lease and moved out that weekend. Mom didn't even ask where I'd gone. She just texted a thumbs up when I told her I wouldn't be staying. A week later, I saw my brother and his wife posting stories from that same apartment. My painted walls in the background, my handiwork shining under their laughter. It stung. But it was poetic, in a twisted way, because I knew something they didn't. Mom had refused to sign the renovation receipts I'd left with her. Said they weren't necessary. We're family. So I signed them myself, with her name. Every expense, every hour of labor, and I filed them. I waited. A month later, my phone buzzed. "Why haven't you paid the rent?" she asked, her voice tight, panicked. I smiled. "I don't live there anymore." "I know that," she snapped, "but the rent's due. I thought you'd still help." "Why would I pay?" I asked, "for a place my brother's living in?" Silence. Then a sharp exhale. "Because it's under your name." There it was, the slip. She hadn't transferred the lease when I moved out, which meant legally I was still the tenant. And all that property damage, rent delays, unpaid bills were her problem now. I let her talk, let her dig the hole deeper. Then I told her the truth. "I already terminated the lease a month ago," I said. "You signed the renovation receipts, so the costs fall under your property maintenance. You might want to check with the landlord before you call me again." There was a long pause, the kind of silence that tastes like fear. "What did you do?" she whispered. "Nothing," I said softly. "I just stopped letting you use me." A week later, I got a message from my brother. "Why'd you screw us over?" He'd found out the lease was void. The landlord had issued a notice to vacate because the property was in violation of its maintenance agreement, the one I'd filed under her name. Turns out, the landlord didn't appreciate unauthorized renovations. My brother and his wife had a week to leave. They posted fewer stories after that. Mom tried calling, every day at first. I didn't answer. Then came the guilt texts. "Family doesn't do this. You're my child. You've changed." She was right. I had. Because somewhere between the tiles and the paint, I'd stopped trying to earn love that was conditional. Last month, I drove past the old apartment. The windows were bare, the door still dented where I'd kicked it shut for the last time. For a moment, I thought about everything I'd put into that place, the hours, the money, the hope. Then I thought about the look on her face when she realized I wasn't coming back. That was worth every drop of sweat. She taught me that love, without respect, is manipulation. And I taught her that manipulation, without leverage, collapses. Now, when people ask why I live alone, I tell them it's peaceful. But the truth? It's quiet because I made it quiet. Because I learned that walking away isn't weakness. It's the sharpest revenge there is. And the best part? They're still waiting for the rent.